Within situations semantics, we also need to understand the idea of tense and aspect, because both of these ideas help us understand situations in a better way. And obviously, this leads us to understand the meanings of situations and sentences carrying those situations in a deeper manner. Let's see what these tense and aspects are. A tense is a category which help us to relate uh, the situations to time. And we could relate certain situations expressed by a sentence with its time. And these times are usually categorized in three major types. For example, we have past, present, and future. And in the following examples, you can see that all three major tenses are being represented here. You can see they cut the grass yesterday. It's past, something which has gone by, happened in the past, जिसको हम उर्दू में माजी कहते हैं. We have other example. They will cut the grass tomorrow, and this is future. And with the help of simple grammar knowledge, we can also identify with the use of will that it will reflect to a future tense or future situation. And in Urdu, we call it mustaqbil. And then the third example is they cut the grass every day. This shows a habitual action or routine action, and that is a symbol of present tense. Uh, and in Urdu we call it majuda or hal. Aspect systems not only allows us to relate a situation with the time or to build a relation between situation and time, but it also helps us to view an event as being complete or incomplete. It not only tells us about the relationship of time and the situation, but also takes us a bit further. We can also say that its primary aim probably is not to locate time, rather to tell us further about the happening or the occurrence of that action, as I said earlier, in terms of completion or incompletion, or its temporal distribution or counter. We can see the example as she's coming and she has come. Uh, the first example, she's coming, is incomplete. We are not sure that the action is complete or not. She is coming. But has she come? We are not sure of it. She has come is a complete action. She has reached. And we can say कि वो आ चुकी है. In Urdu, we can understand it. The action is complete. The perfect aspect tells us about the relationship between the relationship of an action which started in the past and its relevance in the present. So we try to build a connection between the past and present in perfect aspect of the tenses. In such examples, we should keep in mind, for the sake of the understanding of the meaning, that the speaking time where in a perfect situation is always the present one. If you just look at the example here, do not run, the train has left. This is present perfect situation, the train has left. Same condition would also apply in the past and future, and we can see an example here. He did not run because the train had left. This shows an action entirely in the past. So we can have these perfect situations both in present with a combination of present and past as well as future tenses. Here are some more examples of complex sentences. By 2005, my friend had seen several arrests. This shows past perfect tense. The next example is, I have just finished my work, which is present perfect tense. By 2015, I will have joined another company. This is future perfect tense. So the aspect of perfection or perfect can be found or can be associated with all tenses. And complex tenses are also called pluperfect. This is a grammatical term. We also have a progressive which reflect on an ongoing continuous action. Progressives are used with dynamic situations uh, in most of situations. For example, I am working right now. This is present progressive. I was working. This is past progressive. And I will be working. This is future progressive. We can have a comparison of simple and progressive here. John was building a fire escape last week. John built a fire escape last week. If you just have a deep look at both of these tenses, you will see the first one shows an incomplete action. The information in the first sentence is incomplete, while the second example shows a finished action. The information is complete. And was building here is past progressive. We can also differentiate between simple, progressive, and perfect tenses. If you just look at the following sentences one by one and try to identify that they belong to simple, progressive, or perfect tenses. She has been working in the company since 1992. What do you think about it? Is it progressive or simple or perfect? I leave it to you. You decide about it. Ali has just completed his assignment. What do you think? Okay, I can give you a clue. This seems a perfect situation because assignment is probably an action which started in the past and has a relevance in the present because it finished in the present. So this can be seen as present. So you can try your knowledge of all these three situations by looking into the following examples in front of you. So the knowledge of aspect and tense is very important to understand situations and also in order to find their meanings in a detailed manner.